Hello, this is Molly Reamer with our Rituals of Returning video for this week. And this week, as we close out June, I am looking at our Tara card buffet, so to speak, from a bunch of associated decks, goddess associated decks, and I pulled out all of the Tara cards, and this is an exploration of Tara in her many forms, which is appropriate because she has 21 emanations or 21 aspects, 21 expressions, and so most of the decks that I have focus on the green Tara aspect, but we do have white Tara, and then some of the books do talk about her other aspects as well. There's blue Tara, red Tara, yellow Tara, etc. 21 expressions. And so I thought it would be fun to wrap up June with an exploration of those additional expressions of Tara. I have my little Tara incense from our June ritual kit going over here. I had a bit of a mishap with it, which is why it is lying over here. Too long of a story to tell. And my candle as well from our kit. And our little incense burner. Unfortunately, the incense burner, this is hand-rolled homemade incense or hand-done incense from India. I didn't make it, but people did. And so it doesn't have the little sticks. And I sent out these lotus incense burners, but they are designed for the kind of incense with little sticks. So that's too bad, but I do love the little lotus incense holder as well. So I'm not sorry that I sent it out, but I probably shouldn't have gotten the hand-rolled kind of incense so that it could work together. Anyway, it's over there hanging out along with some willow from, actually that's linden, along with some linden also from our ritual kit. Okay, so we're actually going to start with the Tara card from the Goddess Inspiration Oracle by Chris Waldherr, and the message here for Tara is, your wish can be granted if you ask for help. And she has Tara associated as the goddess of intervention. So the goddess you can call upon for aid and assistance. So your wish will be granted if you ask for help. And that is something that we've been talking about at other times this month, is trusting in your roots, in the support beneath your feet, and reaching out into the network of support and belonging that surrounds you instead of doing everything on your own. So let's see what the book actually has to say about that. So the associations with Tara are compassion, wish fulfillment, and assistance. I think this is the first time I've really seen the wish fulfillment kind of connection. But anyway, Tibetan Buddhists believe that the goddess Tara has the power to heal all sorrows and grant all wishes. The name Tara translates into English as she who causes one to cross, which means the goddess will help her devotees cross to the other side of difficulties. Tara was believed to first be a mortal woman who yearned to become the first female Buddha. One story claims that to reach the goal, she prayed for the welfare of humans for over 10 million years. Then she was transformed into a goddess whose only desire was to ease the world's pain. Tara is often depicted with differently colored skins, suggesting her realms of influence. She's most popularly seen as white Tara and green Tara. As white Tara, she's renowned for her compassion, and green Tara is believed to grant wishes to her most loyal devotees. Your wish can be granted if you ask for help. So a question to consider might be, what am I wishing for? What am I wishing for? And am I able to ask for help? Do I trust that there's help available to me? And I know that it's really easy to feel unsupported. People have busy lives and there's a lot going on. And so I reach out to the larger network of support beneath my feet, around me, the sky, the trees, the birds, the earth itself, the plants, what blooms, what grows. I consider those all part of the network of support. It's not just human support, but the allies of all kinds that surround us. I'm going to set that aside for a second, and then we're going to check in with this green Tara card. Love her green skin there. And this is from the Divine Feminine Oracle by Meggan Watterson. And so we have green Tara here as the Buddha of enlightened action. My soul informs my every step. I do what my heart compels me to do. So an affirmation, I do what my heart compels me to do. My soul informs my every step. So where might you need to take action? What is calling for your attention, for your time, for your compassion, for your devotion? Where are you needed? And let's see what the book actually has to say. Green Tara embodies the emboldened state that overcomes fear and allows us to take action on what we know is right. So a simple affirmation for this week, or simple or complex all in one, could be, I take action on what I know is right. She is known as the Mother of Liberation because her name is derived from the root to cross, as we already talked about. Oh, from the root. Haha. Yay. Tara assists all beings in crossing the ocean of suffering to liberation. And so she also said, I've shared this story before, she went to speak to a group of monks. This was when she was still human. She went to speak to a group of monks, and they told her they would pray for her to be reborn as a man so she could reach enlightenment. And she responded that she doesn't need to be reborn as a man. So, and she vowed then and there before all the monks that she would remain a female Buddha for all lifetimes until all beings were liberated from the illusion that sex or gender has any determination on your ability to become enlightened. And she said, even at that time, that those notions are culturally or socially contrived and do not really exist. So that's one of the illusions. So she has 4 different types of enlightened activity and divine attributes. Well, she really has 21, but in this book we're talking about 4 different ones, depicted through the colors red, white, black, yellow, and green. That's 5, so interesting here. Anyway, 21, 5 are being explored here. Green Tara is Tara's embodiment of compassionate action or enlightened action, and the green color signifies vigor and vitality. The mudra, that's the position her hands are held in, represents vitality and the purity of the life force. She is the action we take from a deeply rooted place within our heart, and I love this connection to the roots here because we've been spending so much time going back to the roots. So another affirmation could be, I take action from a deeply rooted place within my heart. She is the energy that seeks to act in alignment with what will free us as we liberate others. So she's a sacred nudge to get moving, to do what it is that your soul compels you to do. Don't sit with an idea or project any longer. Take action on it. Don't think about a friend who keeps coming into your heart. Go bring her dark chocolate or send her a love letter. Don't wait to express your love to someone you've needed to talk to. Go now. Tell the truth. Let your feet be moved by what has been caged within you. Let your wisdom shift into inspired action. I take inspired action. So the message here is the time for action is now. There's nothing to wait for. And no person you need to become before doing what you've come here to do. Start small. That connects back to Mouse, our animal ally for this month. Start small. Let the soul lead. It is not the grandeur of the gesture or effort. It's the amount of love something is done with that matters. And also keeping in mind that there's many injustices in the world, there's much suffering, and it's easy to get stuck in the molasses of helplessness. And so she quotes a Burmese diplomat who says, if you're Aung San Suu Kyi, if you're feeling helpless, help someone. So a suggestion, a ritual suggestion, action suggestion for this month would be to choose a cause or a person or a situation and make a donation to that cause instead of continuing to feel helpless. I love to set up recurrent donations to the organizations that I care about, so then I don't even have to think this month, do I have enough money to do this? It's set up as a recurrent donation, so I don't even have to think about it. It's always built in. So make a donation or volunteer. If you're feeling helpless, help someone. So Tara is that push to do something, anything that might alleviate the suffering of others. In the process of taking action with love and from love, we also liberate ourselves. So some questions to consider. What does my soul want me to take action on right now? And that is a good exploration of her. And she didn't actually really talk about, it sounded like she was going to talk about the other emanations of Tara, but she didn't really. So we are, the time is going, so we're going to go ahead and move on to the next deck. And these are from Doreen Virtue's Goddess Guidance Oracle cards, which I've shared before. Doreen kind of she definitely renounced her previous work and kind of rejected everything that she ever taught. So I stopped using this deck for quite a while, even though it was one of my favorites. And then I decided that I'm still going to use it, just with the disclaimer that she has turned away from her previous teachings. And but this deck really just does have a lot to offer, and it's a deck that I very much enjoy. So I've gone back to my roots and have continued to use it. So we're actually going to start with Green Tara again, and she has the association here as start delegating. Ask others, including me, to help you instead of trying to do everything by yourself. And so The message here is if you feel resentment because you're carrying more than your share of the load, you're not doing any favors for anyone, including yourself. You need to ask for help to ensure that you have time for contemplation and rest. One of the reasons why that's Green Tara, is able to sit so peacefully is that I know the secret of true productivity. It doesn't come through struggle or strife. It comes from a clear and focused mind that is unchallenged by indecisiveness. You see, making decisions is the shortest route to triumphant passages. Once you make up your mind, the rest follows quite naturally. So, the suggestion is to sit quietly and follow the footsteps of your mind. Be open to your heart's meanderings. They will lead you to make your most important decisions, and the rest will fall into place. So the messages she has here are: don't try to be superwoman, superman, superperson. Give your children chores, ask your partner for help, accept assistance that is offered to you, release guilt or the belief that it's weak to ask for help, and be a team player. And as we've shared several times, Tara is Hindu and Buddhist goddess whose name means star in the ancient Sanskrit language, though we have the cross, also meaning crossing over. Her many personalities and aspects are represented by different colors. So Green Tara is known for being a speedy helper who offers aid and provides rapid understanding of situations and relationships. She rescues us by empowering us to save ourselves. And so then a little bitty exploration of White Tara as well. And I did give a handout to the Goddess Magic Mystery School patrons about the 21 aspects collected from various sources. So White Tara here is associated with sensitivity. And the message is: you are becoming increasingly sensitive. Avoid harsh relationships, environments, situations, and chemicals. So how much you bring a little more gentleness to your days and support yourself in your own sensitivity. As Green Tara was talking about, listening to our heart's meanderings and following the footsteps of our souls, the footsteps of our hearts, we need gentleness in order to listen, in order to follow those urgings. And it can be, this is an increasingly noisy world. I'm amazed sometimes when I think about how much noisier and more cacophonous and more cries for attention there are than even just 10 years ago, 12 years ago when we started Bridges Grove. It was easier to pay attention. It was easier to pay attention to a smaller group of people and to more. It was easier to pay attention, I feel like. And it's just, there's just so much clamoring for our attention at all times that it can be really challenging to nourish and nurture and respect our own sensitivity. So, message here: as you've purified your inner world of thoughts, actions, and intentions, it's natural that you seek purity. I'm just going to confess, I do not like the word purity. Perhaps it's because I have known too many people steeped in Christian fundamentalism. Purity has a really hard association with me with that purity culture kind of stuff that I was not involved with as a kid, but I was exposed to through my friends. And it was, it's challenged. So I don't really like the purity thing as far as things go. Purity in your outer world. So maybe cleansing, maybe grace, maybe gentleness. This acknowledges our heightened sensitivity, which is as real as it seems. Once you strip away the outer protective layers of unneeded defenses, which have blocked your awareness, now you are ready for this time of heightened awareness. With heightened awareness comes new levels of sensitivity to what is harsh. Your body is a trustworthy instrument. As I say, your body is your own oracle of knowing. Your body is a trustworthy instrument of measurement of your tolerance level. And so steer clear of that which your body signals you to avoid. Steer clear of that which your body signals you to avoid. So my body is an oracle of knowing. So some reminders here: acknowledge and honor your sensitivity. Take steps to protect yourself from negativity. Avoid chemicals, there's an interesting phrasing here. You can go, the world is, chemicals are the building blocks of everything. And so the association of chemicals is always bad. I think what she really means is, synthetic, harsh chemicals, but, everything's made out of chemicals. So even your brain is using chemical reactions all the time to think about things. So that it's kind of become shorthand in a way that's slightly inaccurate. Okay, so steer clear of situations with loud noise, crowds, violent media, and other triggers. So White Tara is an aspect of Tara, again, the female Buddha and Hindu mother creator. And White Tara represents purity, maturity, and compassion. And so maybe this is an invitation for me to reconsider the use of the word purity and what that can, I can learn from that phrasing. So the eyes on her hands, feet, and forehead, there's eyes on her hands, feet, and forehead, allow her to be aware of all prayers. She helps us to live long and peaceful lives. So thank you so much for being here and being willing to explore the emanations of Tara. May you start delegating. May you honor your sensitivity. May you take inspired action. And may you trust that you are supported, nurtured, and held by a great web of sacred belonging. Thanks for being here. Keep living your magic, everybody. Bye-bye.